Born on November 28, 1757, in London, England, William Blake grew up in a time of great social and political change. The reverberations of the Industrial Revolution were being felt throughout the nation, shaping the backdrop for his revolutionary works. Blake was the third of 7 children, 2 of whom died in infancy. His parents noticed his headstrong and unique nature early on. Encouraging his artistic talent, they enrolled him in drawing school at the tender age of 10. Intriguingly, William Blake's formative years were not only shaped by his immediate surroundings or artistic education, but also by a series of mystical visions. These extraordinary experiences, which he claimed to have begun around the age of 4, were a fundamental part of his worldview and significantly influenced his artistic and philosophical perspectives. One of his most notable visions occurred when he was a child. He described seeing God's face appearing to him in a window. For many, such an event would be startling, even terrifying. But for Blake, these episodes became sources of inspiration and curiosity. Blake never dismissed these visions as mere hallucinations or fantasies. Instead, he embraced them as profound spiritual experiences, often integrating elements from these visions into his poetry and artwork. They fed his vivid imagination, sparking a unique perspective that disregarded the traditional confines of religious institutions. He saw these visions as encounters with the divine that expanded his understanding of reality and the spiritual world. They contributed to his belief in a reality beyond the physical world, an idea that was quite radical during his time. This belief significantly influenced his depictions of reality, where he often merged the spiritual and physical realms. Something that set Blake apart from other artists of the time was a technique he pioneered known as relief etching. In this method, instead of using conventional painting techniques and materials, Blake would write and draw using a unique acid-resistant type of liquid. He used this technique to create what he termed illuminated books, hand-printed volumes featuring his own text and accompanying illustrations. This innovative approach resulted in an intricate interplay of words and images that provided a multi-layered experience to the reader, and also allowed him to combine his love for both visual art and poetry. As we journey further into Blake's life, it's impossible to overlook his immense contribution to the world of poetry. Blake's poems are considered some of the most original, profound, and mystical in the English language. Blake's poetry is marked by its rhythmic beauty and thematic complexity. He often explored themes of innocence and experience, heaven and hell, the spiritual and physical world, societal norms, and individual freedom. His iconic collection, Songs of Innocence and Experience, is a shining example of his poetic genius. Published in 1794, it contrasts the innocent world of childhood with an adult world of corruption and repression. Despite his obvious talents in many fields, Blake's eccentricities, radical views, and unconventional works often set him apart from his contemporaries. He lived much of his life in relative obscurity. Blake passed away on August 12, 1827. Although his death went largely unnoticed at the time, he left behind a huge wealth of work that would be discovered over the following centuries. In our contemporary world, William Blake is lauded as a truly unique figure, an innovative genius and a visionary well ahead of his time. His works, which were often misunderstood or overlooked during his lifetime, now command widespread respect and appreciation. His profound influence has reached far beyond his immediate sphere, touching diverse domains such as literature, visual arts, and philosophy. From his imaginative poetry to his visionary art, Blake's creative legacy continues to resonate strongly. Despite the lack of recognition he received during his lifetime, Blake's impact has grown substantially over time. Today, he is rightfully recognized not just as an artist or a poet, but as a figure who forever altered the way we perceive and intertwine art, literature, and spirituality.